Okay, so I'm sitting here laughing because we're going to do this. But I'm feeling like I know that this is kind of like a woven pattern, this plastic, and the minute I cut it, it's going to try to like unravel, but it's plastic. So I'm feeling like we're going to flame it. So I'm going to cut the hole, and then I think I'm going to, I swear to goodness, I got him watching Harry Potter, and I was like, you guys got to be quiet downstairs. And it sounds like there's a freaking train going through the house. I think I'm going to cut this hole, and then I'm going to torch the edges to keep them from other. I was going to super glue them. I mean, I was going to glue them, but I think I'm going to torch the edges. I mean, I'm still going to finish the edge off. I'm still going to, but like to make the hole in so it doesn't get worse, I think I'm going to torch it. So let's do this. Okay. So for context, we have a battle box going on this month. We just launched it today. It will be available. So it's up on the website. You're gonna get a trucker hat. You can choose which design you want. So there's a sarcastic one, a religious one, or sarcastic religious. What's the third one? Sarcastic religious character. Okay, sarcastic religious character. So you can choose which one you want. You can see the pictures. You can pick which one you want, and then it comes with rhinestones, the sublimation print, which you don't have to use, 3 patches and a hat. Okay, so you get a hat, 3 patches, sublimation print, and a hat for $23. Okay. You have to use at least 1 patch. You have to use the sublimation hat, and you have to use the rhinestones in some way on your hat. Okay. The sublimation print is negotiable. You don't have to use that. We're just putting it on there so if you want to have a print on your hat. And then there's 3 options of those, so you can pick which one you want. Okay. And you can heat press it onto your hat. You can use a very hot iron with the hottest level it gets, or use they sell little tiny heat press things. It's a little handheld one. I have a couple of them. They're like $10, $20. Now they're probably $20. I think they're supposed to be $10, but everything is 3 times more expensive than it's supposed to be. Okay, so and the whole point of it is it's a battle box. So it is, if you're new, battle box is like a month-long competition that we do. And you'll grab the battle box, and then everybody who gets the battle box is going to be as creative as they can possibly get in creating and crafting a hat from scratch and doing something really fun and doing a fun pattern. You can embroider on it, you can stitch on it, you can glue things to it, you can use ribbon and bows and glitter and rhinestones and whatever you want to make your fun hat. The world is your oyster. You just have to use at least one of the patches that it comes with. It will come with 3. You can use all 3. You can use 1, doesn't matter. My vision has 3. It has rhinestones. It will have a sublimation print and a hat. And it's only $23. Okay, so that's under today's deals. Then also today, you guys, I just want to make sure we do a quick rundown of what's up new. There's also a set of glass rhinestones up on the website. They're kind of neutral tones, very steampunk vibed. They're going to be good for like this hat, a Western tumbler, lots of things with. It's got rose gold and silk and a volcano stone in it and all that. So it's absolutely beautiful. It's only $5, so it's a smoking deal. I should check to see how many of those are left. Let me look really quick before I start telling you they're available, because I never know. They go so quick. Here, Jesus. Sorry if they make any. Let me just go tell them. Sit down and be quiet. I don't know what they're doing up there. They're so distracting. And it's not even just that's allowed in here, because whatever. But the baby, I just want the baby down to bed. Sorry, it's freezing down here, so I have to have my blanket. So cold. Oh my God. It literally just told me to stop even moving. I said, stop walking around. Jet's laying on the floor. And that's what it is. She's like repositioning and flopping around on the floor right here and jumping up and getting blankets and stuff. And I don't know, it's just chaos. Absolute chaos. Okay. Da-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, na-na-na. Okay. We'll show the rhinestones in a little bit. but I just want to make sure you guys know they're up there. There's also 2 new vinyl packs. So there's 2 new vinyl packs, rhinestones and battle box up on the website. Okay, let's cut. Let's start cutting and burning. You wanted to count bottles of glitter. Oh, you're about to start counting? Go ahead. Okay. Okay, so I like hats with the ponytail hole. So I'm making mine a ponytail hat hole. Now I think I'm trying to do this where you guys can see it too. Once your angle is gonna be terrible. Okay, so I'm gonna cut. Most ponytail holes actually on hats are right here. This is like the low one. I want mine up very high. So I'm like, if I'm gonna customize it, I'm going up high. Oh, Jesus. Kind of doing an egg shape. Yeah, I feel like that's good. Okay, so now to keep this from fraying, I was gonna do glue on it, but I think, hold on, I could turn my flame down. There you go. Ooh, that definitely lights on fire. I want to melt the edges. It lights on fire immediately. Like it don't play around. Definitely shouldn't be breathing this in, but you know, it's one little thing. Okay, I think that should keep it. My goal there, this is not the permanent end. Now I'm not leaving this naked like this. I just don't want this to unravel because it's woven in. And so this is just temporary. So I think what I'll ultimately end up doing is doing E6000 with something along here. Maybe maybe with fabric. I don't know. I haven't thought this plan through. This is all coming together very quickly. A very unthought through plan, but I'm customizing it. So we are going to work through this. So I'm thinking, you know, just like how they have this in here. What is this called? This has a name to it. When it's like the edge of when you're sewing and you're like making clothes, it has a lining thing. Maybe I'll get some of that and stick it in right here. I don't know. That's very exciting. Now I have a ponytail hole. So they're normally up down low, the ponytail holes. They're higher. They're not here. They're just like more like right here. And I like it because it can still wear my ponytail knot, but I want my super top knot coming out the top. So we're customizing this one for me. Okay, so, oh, it lights on fire. Binding, yes, thank you, binding. Yeah, so I'm thinking that can go right there. That is actually ended up being, because that is a big hole. That's okay. I gotta get my big old mop through there. Ribbon would work. We'll see what I have here. I don't have a lot of stuff here. I have very limited supplies here. Okay, so we're doing that. Okay, now there are rhinestones today. Okay, so let's do these. So let's do a little bit. So you were showing a little black box, but it was a cute black purse with rhinestones. You were showing a battle box, but it was a cute black purse with rhinestones. You were showing a battle box, but it was a cute black purse with rhinestones. I don't know what? I'm not sure what you're saying. Okay, so today's rhinestones. Oh, it was a dream that you were dreaming. So I had the weirdest dream. Well, one today I've had deja vu with my treating my cancer and trying to photograph it under the light. That I had deja vu moment today because I'm like, I feel like I've done this before. Do you guys want a jump scare? Okay, if you do not want to see this, go take a potty break or go grab a ice water. I'm going to show this really quick, or just look away for a second. I'll tell you when you can look back. I'm going to show you this spot on my arm. It is gnarly. Okay, so this is in treatment. So remember, I need to cover it. I should have had it covered all day, but it's been a day. It doesn't have to be covered, but it wouldn't help the pain. Scooby-Doo. So that's what hurts. This whole area is swollen. It feels like it feels like a really deep bruise, like a really deep bruise. It hurts even down in here. Yeah. All that mottled looking stuff, that is the cancer cells. And they're being basically like necrosis of the cancer cells. It's killing the cancer cells. Is there another way to do that? Yes, I could have had it burned off or carved off, but it all hurts and it's all miserable. And this is a natural way. It's being done with like literally herbs, roots, plant roots. I could tell you the ingredients. Can't think of them off the top of my head right now, but it's actually making me hard to concentrate. It's not that painful. I think that two things are going wrong here. I haven't slept in a couple nights because this is painful, but also it's freezing and I'm sweating and the dogs keep waking me up and we've had a lot going on here. And so I just haven't been sleeping super great. I feel like today was better, but I actually feel more tired today. And I think it's this, my body is reacting to this happening. It's like fighting it. Okay. So I have this stuff all over my body, by the way. This is not new to me. I have dealt with skin cancer since I was 16 years old. My first spot was taken off of this arm right here when I was 16, my first spot. So I've been dealing with this for a long time. But this is a new treatment method for it because I'm trying to do more natural things for me. Because I don't want to disrupt my whole system again with internal drugs and hardcore stuff. So, and it's just been I know that I'm tired because it's been a mentally just draining 2 days. I got a little respite from it, for a few days. And I don't want to complain about it because I want to be someone who is there for people. And I'm diligently trying to be the person for this person in my life. But also I have a lot going on in my own life, but I'm like, this person needs it so desperately. And so I'm just like, praying God gives me the strength and the everything, the fortitude to be there and to let my hands be his hands in the situation. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't break me. Mama feels like I'm losing it today. Okay, back on track. Anyway, I want to show you guys that really quick because it's hurting again. So I'm thinking about it. Okay, so we got this. Now let's rhinestone a little bit. So the front. So when you rhinestone with your battle box, you can do whatever you want. You can rhinestone just the little top knot and that's it. You can rhinestone just the little bridge underneath here and that be it. You can put something on here. Like you can stitch on your own pattern or design and put a little rhinestone around the little pattern, or hand paint with acrylic paints or whatever, fabric paints or whatever you want to do on here, or puffy paints, and then add your few little rhinestones. As long as you use the hat and the rhinestones and at least one of the patches somewhere, it qualifies you in. So the battle box is $23. It comes with a blank hat, it comes with sublimation print, it comes with rhinestones, and it comes with 3 patches. Okay. We're not necessarily, I'm not going to say that they're going to be all the time and every month. I wanted to do this one because I keep taking my kids out and doing stuff for them for the day, and we're hitting this weather where it's starting to get warmer during the day, like 90 degrees some days here. Right now it's freezing because we have a storm here, but freezing, but it's warmer and I want to wear a hat. And I don't have a hat where my mom button goes in it. I have them, they're just all packed. So yes, this is it. So this month we're having a battle box, and the battle is going to be some hat battle. So, or that's a good point. If you want to do this with your granddaughter, you can get 2 of these and give your granddaughter some fabric markers and some puffy paint and let her draw her own picture. Give her some glue, some E6000 and some rhinestones, and have her rhinestone. And you can do it along with your daughter or your granddaughter, or if you have a mom's group, you can get a couple of these and say, hey, we're going to have some fun creating tonight. And then we're going to enter this fun little competition. They don't have to enter. You don't have to enter. But it's just really fun. This can be a kid's craft because there's no necessarily you're not required to use anything that's epoxy based. This is just a creativity based one. Now you could do something really fun with this. It's the more creative, the better. Think outside the box, have fun with it, and just enjoy the ride and just enjoy creating and doing other things, doing stuff with the group and having fun, right? So let's do now this one I had already started as this one I had already started with rhinestones on the words and the hat and the boots. Is this one mine? This one's Maddie's. Where's the other one? I think this one's Maddie's. Hold on. Because I have one that's mine. We have two. I have two of these. Same hat. I'm like, I don't remember doing that with the shoes. Okay. Well, now I'm changing my mind. I think we're going to switch to Stay Wild. This is the one I'm doing. So this was Maddie's. The other one I showed you guys was Maddie's. This one's mine. Maddie just gave it to me. She's like, I'm not going to finish this. We had a competition in the warehouse. Who could go faster? I knew I was going to lose. I cheated. I started first. I'm like, I'm the boss. I get a 10-minute start. I hate being the boss, by the way. Okay, but we do have other hats on the website. So even if those designs aren't your faves, the battle, you got to get one of the battle box ones to compete. But we have like Perfectly Imperfect. We have Life is Better in Boots. We have Stay Wild. But now I'll cut that one. But this one's mine. This is, I was gonna say, I got farther. I had more of my words done. I still think I was faster than that. Which one? This one? Life is Better in Boots. So this is the one that I did. Okay, so now we got to cut another hole. Now we got another light another hat on fire. So let's do this one. Okay. Okay, so if you just missed it earlier, I'm cutting into this hat. This is like plastic weaving here. And then I burned it with my torch to melt it a little bit so it doesn't unravel. But I want my ponytail. I love my top knot ponytail hats. And I have not unpacked the box that has all mine in it yet because I probably have 4 or 5 of them. And so I'm turning my battle box hat into this. Now I don't have a battle box hat, the actual your guys' prints, because I already had all these. So and Alyssa is, I'm like, I'm not gonna make you send me anything extra. She's very deep. There. I'm just burning the hole. I want a smoke alarm going on. I'm just burning the hole so that these edges don't fray. I'm gonna put, as somebody reminded me of the word because I couldn't think of the word earlier, the binding or some ribbon or something around here to smooth this out. I was actually thinking about taking that friendship bracelet string, because I have tons of it, and doing some kind of little embroidery stitchy thing here. I don't know. Yeah, so how cute. Okay. For me, life is better in my Ugg boots. Actually, I don't even wear Uggs. I wear bare paws. Also, if you go to buy Ugg boots, don't buy the American Ugg boots. Buy the Australian Ugg boots. So you want to know what's wild is Uggs are from Australia. They are Australian. They made their way here when the Australian surf culture came to the US. And they brought their Uggs surfing culture, Uggs into the world with the surfing culture. And then Uggs America started up. It's 2 different companies. And now Uggs America is trying to sue Uggs Australia for copyright infringement. It's wild. These big companies getting too big for their britches. So if you go to buy Uggs, you've got to make sure you're searching and buying only, and it will say Uggs Australia for the American one. You've got to make sure you're actually sourcing. It says sourcing from Australia. Anyway, because I don't buy them anymore. I just buy Bear Paws because I can't afford Uggs. Mama ain't an UGG budget. All my money goes to my kids. My kids are like, Mom, if you didn't have kids, would you have a lot of money? I said, yeah. Yeah, Mom, we spend all of our money on you. You guys are extremely expensive. Now, it sounds like I'm discouraging my kids from having kids. However, I don't, kids are a lot. And so I don't want my kids growing up feeling like that's their goal in life is just to get married and have kids. I'm like, I want you to have kids, but if your choice is not to have kids, I'll let you support that because kids are a lot. You should definitely be aware how expensive they are because it's crazy. But that was cute. I would do it 10 times over. Obviously, I did. I had my triplets. I darn well could have skipped out and not had Betty, but freaking love kids. My kids are my world. I don't even know what to do. Then that little Betty, man, Jesus, she's so cute. Yeah. I had to buy a second pair of Bear Paws. I buy one new pair of Bear Paws a year because I wear them till they die each year. I wear them so much that they end up like completely crapping out. So I wear them to death. And look at what this year's did. Oh, no, that's a good one. And I had only had them like 2 months. So they did not last my year. So I'm like, dude, these are not stitched on. They're glued on. They're just like super glued on. So I've got my clamp out and I'm going to get my E6. When I can find my E6000, I'm going to put my cement in there. I actually bought some 5-minute epoxy. I'm going to stick in there and clamp it and hopefully fix that. And then I got these at Ross. I wasn't planning on getting in. I was like, well, screw it. I'm not buying another pair. But then I was miserable not having mine because I live in these things. Like 9 months out of the year, I wear these. And so even Alyssa will tell you, she's like, it's weird how you will wear them in 100 degrees. I'm like, I know they're so comfortable. So I'm hoping to fix these, but I can't find my E6000. I haven't unpacked it yet. Don't worry. But I did get some 5-minute epoxy at the Dollar Tree, and I was going to try that too. And I got some Bear Paw like slippers on sale. They were the Walmart ones, but they were on sale for like $6.99. So they were in their clearance section, and I was like, heck yeah. Okay, you guys, you get me so on tangents. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, so this, if you missed the live earlier, 2 things. Yes, there's a battle box out right now. It's $23. You get a hat, 3 patches, a sublimation print, which you decide. There's a drop-down menu. You're gonna choose whether you want the sarcastic version, the religious version, or the character version. Grab your drop-down. It's gonna come with a hat, 3 patches that mildly match kind of the idea of whatever design you pick, and then hat, 3 patches, rhinestones, and sublimation print. The only thing you don't have to use is the sublimation print. You have to use the hat, at least 1 patch, and some rhinestones. You don't have to use the whole bag rhinestones. You don't have to use all 3 patches. Now, I think you should use all 3 patches because I like busy stuff. And I like the patches because it adds like a 3D element and like you can bring image down and color in and you can sew the patches along the net part or whatever you want to do. You do you. The whole point is to get super creative. And have fun. So the battle box is up on the website. The rhinestones from today, they're only $5. We're going to use them. They're gorgeous. I'm going to use some of I think I'm going to do rose gold for this part, the better part. So let's do it. I almost feel like I could, no. Okay, so get your things today, y'all. Okay, hold on. I'm bringing comments up because you guys are facing down now. So I'm gonna go find you guys. How do I exit out of this? Hold on. How do I exit out of this? This one? Yeah. That one? Okay, where's no? X. Squish, squish. There we go. All right. You fixed your kid's shoe with the Lily and Rose glue? Yeah, I feel like it would work. All right, here we go. So I'm just keeping it simple. clean the tip of my glue off. Okay. I'm gonna go rose gold. Should I go rose gold? Rose gold or silk? I feel like rose gold for these and maybe silk for the sunflowers. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're just committing. With the hat, what did I decide? Rose gold? Ooh, Jesus, summer. I didn't go into this with a plan whatsoever. Oh boy. Okay, when you're working on the hat, the glue will absorb into the hat. So you got to use a smaller quadrant than you're used to because it will soak down in, which isn't a huge deal. You just add a little bit more, but it does waste glue if you don't move fast enough. So work in a smaller section. Like if this had been on the tumbler, I would have just outlined the entire bee and then just gone for it. But with this fabric, it absorbs glue. So we're just going to do small sections. Now you can take and hold your finger behind it and tap them. Make sure you've got them tapped down really well. Oh, it's gonna so pretty. Oh, that rose gold is good choice. Okay, go. So cute. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use the smaller little SS3s, the little teeny ones on the inside of the bee, because I have a feeling if I use the bigger ones, it'll look too clumpy. Oops, that was a bigger one. I thought it was a small one. You guys, my eyes are so bad. I'm finally like admitting I need to make an appointment. So I will probably have an appointment for my eyes next week. Okay, if you guys are just popping in, there is a battle box starting this week. It is up. It was supposed to launch yesterday, but I had life happen yesterday, so we didn't launch it yesterday. It's coming out today. And it is a hat. We want you to get we want to see what you can do creatively with a trucker hat and some rhinestones and some patches, and just what can you do and what can you make it into, and what fun vibe can you create. Um, I have an old friend in LA, and she's got her little TikTok going, and she's always wearing the cutest hats. And so I'm like, I need some cute summer hats, summertime hats. I haven't unpacked any of my hats. I need one I keep going out with the kids and doing stuff, and I need some hats to protect my eyes. Okay. Super simple. And then I'm using today's rhinestones. So these are the rhinestones. So this is why close my tip. It's already getting close. Okay. So these are today's stones. Okay. They're very, there's a rose gold. There's a blue volcano. Sorry, you guys. My comments aren't moving. That's not your fault. That's my fault. Sorry. Can you spray it with waterproofing? Oh, maybe. I mean, I just move quick. It works fine. Okay, so here, but these are today's stones. So there's a blue volcano in there. There's that really beautiful silk that I was using on my lotus the other day. And then there is a rose gold, and so pretty. But this is a very steampunky vibed one. This is going to be really pretty for your like Western vibes, earthy vibes. Like my mama, this would be very good stone mix for this, to do like my lighter stone, the centers, the bigger dots. I could do the silk on some of these really pretty pastel soft dots. Super pretty on that one. I was thinking that would also be this would be a good mix for doing with this tumbler. It would also be a really good mix with the I am the storm. I am stronger than the storm. Sorry, I knew what I was saying, because you can use the blue volcano, you can use the rose gold, and obviously the champagne. I mean the silk here, so pretty. Oh, that's a really good one. This is the silk in here. Right here. It's so pretty. So this one changes. It's it's almost like a camellia mica flake, but in the neutral tones, where from one angle, it's almost clear, or like a silvery clear or chrome, and then shifts to this really pretty soft champagne, to like a dark champagne. Super pretty. So it's very reflective and super shiny. And this is the one I'm referring to, the one in the stripe. It's so pretty. And that's in this mix. You got a bunch of these? Yes. So this mix is only $5. Okay, so it's a really reasonably priced one. Do you guys know there's still upside down? If you got upside down, there's still some on there. I saw them on there yesterday. I noticed there was some. I didn't notice how many. I just saw that it wasn't sold out. And I was like, what? How are those still available? So stinking pretty. Yeah. So that's kind of the concept of these. You know me, I do a little bit, We got 2 holes cut. We got that going. I'm gonna keep thinking on this part. I was like, oh, if I had some soft cure UV resin, that would be perfect right here. Okay. Now I am kind of conceptualizing how I want to do this. Obviously, we're going to cover a lot of this up. I want to do some 3D elements here. I was thinking maybe a V split, but I don't know why I would do a V split, because I don't know I'm not putting anything in the V. Let's just play. So, oh, you guys, my allergies started going crazy. Let's play. Okay, I've never done this with cloud dough before, so bear with me. This is kind of a I ordered Arab dry clay and it came with the whipped clay, which is fine. I ain't complaining. I prefer the whipped clay for my 3D elements anyway. The concept of them because it's lighter weight. But I've never done this weird textured clay I'm doing too. Okay. We call this cloud dough in my house because it's very my kids love it. Betty loves it. I gotta make sure Ivan brings this. We have cases of it at the warehouse. I ordered. So this company that I was sampling, and we've got it into swag before. And so I was like, I need samples. She's like, what would you want? I was like, well, it's hard to tell the colors. Can you just send me a small bag of all the colors? And this is what I meant, like a little small bag of each color. And she sent me huge bags of every color. So we have so much. Okay, so for the cloud dough, this is super, I like this stuff because it's super lightweight. It does the same concept of dough, I mean, as clay, but it's very, very, very mild in weight. Okay, so you can take this, and I want to make like patchwork on here. So I'm going to take, it comes with tools, by the way, and I'm going to use none of them. So I'm going to do my edges to make a square. Okay. Don't want to waste any, so I'm going to put it back in. This is air dry, which I love. Okay, and then we're just going to carefully, oh, Jesus. I do need the tools. I lied. I could have done it right on the cup. I don't know why I didn't do it right on the cup. I'm an idiot. I might have to redo it on the cup. Nope, we got it. Okay. Okay, so then we're going to take our little square and we're going to put it on our cup. Okay. Now, if I wanted that perfectly smooth, I could smooth it out with like something smooth. I don't want it perfectly smooth now. So then I'm going to take something. Let's take a little. I'm going to take this little bit of plastic. You can do this with tin foil with plastic, and I want to texture it so it looks like leather. And we're going to use the plastic, crumpled up plastic, to try to push some texture in it. Just think about, look around your world and think, what do I have that could do an uneven texture? Crumple it up, even, crunch it, see, and just start adding a little bit of texture to it. Oops. Don't lose our edges. Pushed it out a little bit. Well, if I lose my edge, it doesn't really matter too much. But see, it makes it look a little bit more natural, like leather. But like I said, look around you. Like I just literally ripped this plastic off of my clay pouch. If you want it more uniform, now you guys, they sell molds that have leather patterns in them. We actually used to have a sweater one that had like the sweater knit in it. I think actually one went in swag many years ago when we were doing some of this other stuff. So they sell these clay that you can take the clay and it's got the leather and you can rub it in and print it in, but I'm cheap. So we're gonna add our texture with our, okay, just scooch. And then just leave it and let it air dry. Now, if you want to make this look like you've stitched the leather onto the cup, you can take a toothpick or a dotting tool. We have our detailing tools. And you're going to take just around the outside and you can do your stitching. And just make it look like it has stitch holes. And you got your first piece. So these are really, really fun. Now I have, this is just going to be, we're just going to keep adding to this, right? You just came across your sweater mold yesterday. Nice. Oh. Yeah, this is a very different than the hard dry clay. That's why I said I was like, I was expecting the hard dry. I did not order cloud dough or soft air dry, or it didn't say that it was this soft one. I thought it was hard dry because I like working with for this, but I prefer this on the cup. But yeah, it's a different texture when it dries. It does get real hard over time, but it takes a long time. But it stays, I would say it has a texture like, I can't think of something. Oh, I know what it tastes like. You know, when you buy the craft foam, like the sheets, it's like a sheet. It's almost like paper, but it's foam. It's like that. Now, we can do multiple pieces of this in different shapes. You can do a bigger chunk, smaller chunk. I'm gonna do it around the cup this time. Whatever happened to buttons? I couldn't keep up, Mary. I couldn't keep up because they take a lot of work to make, and we were getting really, really creative with them. We haven't done buttons, and we did buttons for like a year, I think, year and a half, and then I just couldn't keep up. And after I was hospitalized for a month, I had to like let some things go. That was what. And then Emily went to pick it up for a while, and then she realized because she's like, oh, and I'm like, it's not just this. It's not as simple as just saying, oh, you got to just put some epoxy in a mold. Because I'm like, yes, it's in theory it's that, but you have to have the time. You got to suit up. You got to wear your gear. It's a whole thing to make them. And then we want them to be fun and creative. So then you put all that energy into it. You can't. It's not just pouring epoxy into a mold. So they just kind of they went into the memories of Lily and Rose. Oh, the good old days. Like a circus peanut. Do you know I love those? That's one of my favorite candies. Circus peanuts are one of my absolute favorite candies. So, because I want this to be like patchwork on here, because we're going steampunk, and steampunk is post-apocalyptic times, and so it's where you're going to be doing things like patching your clothes together and patching leather and just making things work, making things out of other things, and so you're going to have a lot of patchwork. Okay, I don't know that this is any better of an idea, putting this on the cup. Yes, push a gear into it for sure. I just don't have my gears. I literally had my gears sitting. That's what I was looking for. I was like, I don't have my gears. I literally had them sitting here for like 3 months. And I just cleaned this desk to get all this lighting and sound stuff set up and my new system set up. And I moved them and I cleaned them up, but I don't know where I stuck them. So I got to look for them. Okay. So we have this. Now I'm going to layer different colors. Yeah, because this is where you could push, you would definitely be pushing your gears, especially in where you overlaid. I probably wouldn't push a gear in yet because I'm going to be overlaying different colors and straps and bits and bobs in here. Oh, we didn't do the sides. I'm just going to push the sides straight. Trimming the sides wasn't working great. This one is thick. I gotta actually smash it down. It's too thick. Okay, if you guys are just popping in, we're working on my steampunk cup. Now, what's crazy is you don't have to do like a ton of this stuff. You can cover the whole cup, or you can just do like a little section and it gets it's all super cute. Okay, so what texture do we want to put on this one? I want it to be different. So let's pick something else. I'm gonna pick a plastic glove. I'm gonna pick a glove. And maybe this will be different. Let's press. There we go. I don't want this one to be as extreme, so there's slightly different textures. And this one was dots, dot, dot for my little, oh, I messed up the stitching on this. Corner of this one. And this one, I'm going to do dashes. So I'm going to, Jesus, kids. Mm-hmm. That looks terrible. That's is the fun thing about the clay is you just go like it goes away and start over. Bloop, 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 start over. Dab, dab, dab. Okay. I need an actual flat tool, not a round edge tool. Okay. There we go. So then we're just taking this and we're doing our little seams, but these are more dashes just to make it different. You know me, I like visual texture. Now you guys, please bear with me. I am not an artist. I am not a sculptor. I am not a painter. I am creative and I am persistent. But I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be making this sculpture of the lifetime. Okay, so we did dashes on that one. Okay, so we're just going to stop there. I feel like that's an accomplishment. Now, I would potentially, if I had my jewelry chain, I could put some jewelry chain in there from one to the other, but I can also just do that, poke a little, maybe I'll do that right now. I'll poke a little hole to go from there. And I'll push it into here. And I can drape a little bit of chain and I'll use a little bit of glue. I'll put the like super strength glue inside the hole, put the chain up in there, let it dry, then put a little down in that hole and put the other end of the chain there. And that way we have a little bit of actual like jewelry chain. Does look like a pocket and it'll be hanging from there. And then I could also have pressed a gear in right there. So there's a lot of different ideas and a lot of room to play when you're playing with these, but this is just going to get us started. But see, like I didn't go for any particular pattern on here. I just wanted it to be roughed up, look like an old roughed up leather. Have fun. You can use the silver. You can paint it in metal colors. A lot of things to do. Lots of ways to get creative with this stuff. Okay. All right. So for everybody who's still hanging out, hi guys. All right. So there's a battle box up on the website. It is for a hat. It's going to be get creative making a summertime hat. I cut a hole in mine to make a ponytail hole. I'm not finished. We're going to keep marking on there, but we cut a hole, we use some glitter on there. You have 3 options for designs. You can go with character, you can go with sarcastic, or you can go with religious. It will come with the hat, 3 patches, a sublimation print, and rhinestones. And then you just use your supplies. You can use any other supplies at your house. So you can add anything else to your hat, like ribbons or stitching or whatever you want, anything extra from your house. You just have to make sure you use the hat, at least one of the patches, some of the rhinestones in some way on the hat. You do not have to use the sublimation print we send with it. We just want to offer it as something, so if you don't have a way to put a print on there, like some people might decide they want to hand paint a whole image on the hat themselves, or they have a t-shirt print that they love, or they want to do HTV and create their own thing. You don't have to use the sublimation print. That's the only one that's substitutable. If you use it, you're not penalized. It's not like, oh, you didn't get as creative, you use the decal. Because we give you the decals to use. We want them used. If you don't have any other options or that's the theme you want to go with, that's fine. Okay, but we want you to not be stuck with only using that design. So you don't have to, but you can. All right. Happy Tuesday, you guys. I'm gonna go sleep. I've actually got hours of work. I'm gonna go work and then rest. Hopefully, wake up and start a new fresh day. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye, everybody.